way. Your NBC Palm Springs starts now.
Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
The movement my husband built will not die. It won't. I refuse to let that happen.
Since the murder of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, tonight his widow Erica addressing the public. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Olivia Sandusky.
And I'm Mark Messer. Erica spoke tonight in a conference about the fatal shooting incident that happened on Wednesday. That's tonight's top story. The conference included an emotional thank you to all those involved in the lives of Charlie Kirk on that day and throughout his journey as a political figure. She commended his roles as a father, follower of God, and aspirations to lead people and revive the American family.
My husband laid down his life for me, for our nation, for our children. He showed the ultimate and true covenantal love. I will never, ever have the words to describe the loss that I feel in my heart. I honestly have no idea what any of this means. I know that God does, but I don't. But Charlie, baby, I know you do too. I know you do.
Kirk leaves behind his wife, Erica, and their two small children. Erica also announced the Turning Point campus tour will continue this fall, as well as Charlie's podcast.
And today, officials announcing this is the man who will be charged next week with the murder of Charlie Kirk. 22-year-old Tyler Robinson surrendered to police in Utah Thursday night after an intense 33-hour manhunt. Officials saying evidence included a bolt-action rifle along with unfired ammunition that was engraved with jokes and slang from the internet, as well as words that said, quote, "Hey, fascist, catch." Authorities believe he acted alone.
Turning to a local alert this evening, tonight authorities have identified the juvenile suspect behind the social media threats directed towards Desert Springs Middle School. Our Brett Rosen joins us live in studio tonight with more on what authorities are saying. Brett?
Mark, when these social media threats were made aware, Palm Springs Unified School District contacted parents around 8 in the morning, letting them know of increased security and police presence around all schools in Desert Hot Springs. We spoke to Desert Hot Springs authorities just a few minutes ago. They told us how much communication there has been between the school district and law enforcement and how the increased security and police presence at each high school has no timetable, but it will go into next week.
We also have a really good relationship with the Palm Springs Unified School District security staff. A number of our officers, investigators, and team members do communicate with them. It will be increased patrol officers, increased foot patrols of the actual campus itself. Our school resource officer is there every day as well, so she will be there, especially at the high school. And it will be an increased security from the Palm Springs Unified School District security too.
I also spoke with Palm Springs Unified School District Superintendent Dr. Marcus Funches, who talked about how personal this situation was for him, not just as an educator, but as a father himself. He made it apparent that for many students dealing with the anxiety of these threats, counselors will be made available. Superintendent Dr. Funches also expressed the main priority is to ensure the safety of both students and staff.
I give you my 100% word that it is our job, our #1 priority, and our goal to keep your scholars safe in our school district. And that's what we are working at, and that's what we will continue to do, working with our law enforcement professionals and working with you as our parents by communicating, receiving information from you, and doing our job well.
At this time, authorities are only able to share limited information on this investigation since the suspect is juvenile. We will continue to keep you updated as the story develops. Live in studio, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
Brett, thank you. Let's get a check on the forecast tonight. Live pictures right here from our Agua Caliente casino camera high above there from downtown Palm Springs. We're going to send things over to Kai Beach, who's got the latest on that weekend forecast. Kai?
That's right, Mark. Beautiful weather over the last few days. That will continue to this weekend, but that will change as we head into the end of next work week. Right now, let's take a look at those current conditions. Palm Springs International, 94 degrees, humidity around 20%. High temps around the region. Go up the hill. Yucca Valley, we're looking at 79 degrees. Desert Hot Springs, 85. Down here on the valley floor. West End, Palm Springs, 94. East End, Coachella, we're looking at 98. Move a little bit west, Banning, 75. Idlewild, that looks nice at 64 degrees. Wind gusts pretty calm right now, 12 miles an hour near Whitewater. A lot of people returning to the desert over the next few months. This is the weather they'll be leaving behind. Denver, 82 degrees. Kansas City, go Chiefs, 97. Our friends in Billing, Montana, 84. And our friends from the Bay Area, we're looking at 66 degrees. Tonight's evening walk forecast. It's going to be nice. Enjoy it while you can. Temperatures are going to start to ramp up in just a few days. Looking at 8 o'clock, 88 degrees, and by 10, we're in the mid 80s. High temps for tomorrow, Palm Springs 99. Highest on the board, Rancho Mirage 103. Lowest, we're looking at Beaumont at 84. For Saturday, it's going to be warm and dry, but take a look at this as we go later into the work week. Monday, hot and dry. The reason why, ridge of high pressure near the four corners. That's going to increase temperatures, and also it's going to increase humidity. Possible thunderstorms and monsoonal moisture as we head into the end of this upcoming work week. 3-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. Saturday, 99 degrees. Sunday and Monday, back into triple digits. Those overnight lows, mid 70s. Full forecast coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Kai. Well, after a few months of disruptions for drivers and businesses on El Paseo, road construction is in its final stages. But will it be completed ahead of two popular events planned for peak season? Tiani Jadalang joins us in studio. She has those answers for us tonight. Tiani?
Olivia, the city of Palm Desert tells me this was road work that needed to be addressed ahead of the peak season. It takes care of any road issues for about 20 years moving forward, but unfortunately affected businesses even for this short period of time. Over the last 2 months, drivers on El Paseo have faced a number of different roadblocks. Officials with the city of Palm Desert say the street was constructed many years ago and they never intended for the amount of traffic it now sees. So over time, roadwork would have been needed, and now is that time.
We knew that it was on the verge of starting to have problems and we needed to address that. So what we did was we took it down about 10 inches, all the way down to the dirt, and completely rebuilt the road so that it can handle the traffic that we have now and into the future, and alleviate any of the potential problems that might have occurred.
Thomas Soul, the public affairs manager for the city, says major issues like potholes were what was in their future. They understand the issues the construction causes for drivers, but confirm with us that the work will be completed ahead of events like the golf cart parade and Paint El Paseo Pink.
We wanted to make sure to be done before those important events happen. So right now, all the paving is finished, and we've gone back in to construct the raised crosswalks at the mid-block crossings, which had to be done post-paving. We are also working on a couple of the parking lots, the President Plaza's 3 parking lot, just doing slurry sealing and getting those ready.
The work has fallen directly between a number of different businesses, some of which felt an impact but weren't affected too severely thanks to their location and the time of the year.
The construction's affected us. Thankfully, we do have ample parking in the back, and access has remained open street side as they go from side to side. So our customers have been able to reach us.
But other businesses just down the road were hit a bit harder due to restricted parking, which limits access to their only entrance.
The main street is the only access point for our employees to park, for customers to park. I would say that we still probably took a dip of 25 to 30%, which is significant for a new business. Thankfully, it was only about 10 days.
The city is aiming for this road work to be completed come the end of this month. Live in studio, I'm Tiani Jadalang, NBC Palm Springs.
Tiani, thank you. A Cathedral City man accused of shooting and killing a 17-year-old boy was sentenced to 50 years to life today. This comes after a June trial that found Juan Alfredo Landeras Garcia, 26 years old, guilty of the murder of Isaiah Guerra. Garcia was walking to a relative's house when the victim drove up in his vehicle. The victim was speaking to Garcia through the window when the gunman pulled a semi-automatic handgun, shooting 10 times, killing Guerra. Garcia will serve his 50-plus year sentence in state prison. He had no documented prior felony convictions.
And we have an update tonight on a deadly shooting that happened nearly 3 years ago in Indio. Police saying 2 men have now been arrested in connection with the 2022 homicide on Grace Street. Detectives responded to that shooting December 23rd. They reportedly found a victim dead at the scene from multiple gunshot wounds. Investigators collected evidence. They followed leads for months before identifying 21-year-old Isaac Anthony Martinez and Efren Bracamonte as suspects. Martinez was taken into custody September 5th. Bracamonte was arrested 5 days later in Thousand Palms. Both men are now facing murder charges. They remain booked at the John Benoit Detention Center. And tonight, anyone with additional information is urged to contact the Indio Police Department.
Palm Springs Police is investigating a homicide near Avenida Circa and Corazon Avenue. It happened this morning. They say that a body was found on the road when officers approached the scene. Investigators have a person of interest in custody, and they're questioning them. Police say it is still an active death investigation and to avoid the area while officers are on scene. Officers say more information will be released as it becomes available.
A judge heard arguments in Palm Springs today over whether part of a lawsuit against Riverside County and its Animal Services Department can move forward. At issue is what the plaintiffs call a waste of taxpayer money. The judge pressed lead attorney Dan Bolton from the Walter Clark Legal Group to define exactly what waste means in this case. Bolton arguing that a consulting contract with Kristen Hassan, combined with former Animal Services Director Aaron Geddes' salary over 2 years, added up to nearly $3 million in what he calls wasteful spending. The judge said she'll issue a ruling in the next 2 weeks on whether this portion will proceed. Now, the judge has already ruled in favor of the plaintiffs on another key claim. The county must provide medical care and maintain proper records at its shelters. Now, Dan Bolton will join Fred Rogan to talk about the next steps for the case on the Rogan Report. That's ahead here on NBC Palm Springs at 6:30.
Yeah, so be sure to stay tuned right after this for the lawsuit and other topics, and check out the Rogan Report on our website. That's NBCPalmSprings.com.
Coming up next tonight, we have details on the Firebirds as they roll out a new image to celebrate the cultural heritage of the Coachella Valley.
And we're live tonight for Friday nights in Palm Desert and Indio. Our Tim O'Brien and Caitlin Kelly will have the latest on tonight's football fun.
Plus, here's a look at your gold and silver prices, those stories, and more headlines right after the break.
Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 6.
Welcome back. The Firebirds are rolling out a new image to celebrate the cultural heritage of the Coachella Valley. It's called Los Firebirds.
It's going to debut at the Viva Indio Street Festival, which is tomorrow. Our Antonio Marquez has the latest tonight.
That's right. The Firebirds are entering a new era. Los Firebirds. What we do on the Firebird side and expanded it out into creating the Los Firebirds brand. And it's more than just a bold new initiative. This is about cultural connection, community, family, and making sure that everybody feels a part of the hockey product.
Gina Rotolo speaks about the connection the Firebirds have with the Hispanic community and how the Firebirds brand will be expanding not only in merchandise, but also in connecting with the community.
We've really gotten to understand and know who our fan base is, and a core fan base that's here in this valley, living and breathing every single day. They're bought in, they're huge fans. They wanted something that was more that felt an identifier for them as well. So as we looked through that, we really decided it was time to launch Los Firebirds. So I think the most exciting part about having a Los Firebirds merchandise line is that we've just expanded the opportunity to show your Firebirds pride in a way that feels comfortable for other people too.
The launch for the new merchandise will be this Saturday during the Viva Indio event in downtown Indio, where the city will be celebrating with live music, food, and chances to get free merchandise from Fuego.
Indio is comprised of over 70% Hispanics, and so to celebrate this event with the entire community and just anyone in general, any resident, any person, to come and celebrate the culture of Indio. That's why we called it Viva Indio.
Part of the food lineup includes Gavino's Creperies, which will have their famous carne asada crepe tacos.
As a Hispanic, I take pride in what we do, and I think it's very important for us to outline that and highlight those things.
So remember, this Saturday, the event will take place with lots of food, fun for the whole family, and of course, Fuego. Antonio Marquez, NBC Palm Springs.
Crepe tacos sound delicious. Our thanks to Antonio for that. In more local news, tomorrow the Palm Springs Blue Zones project continues. They're holding a tobacco and waste cleanup at Jamuth Park. This starts at 6:30 in the morning, raising awareness about local tobacco use and waste in our parks. The group has been holding a series of these events. They say each cleanup highlights the need for stronger local tobacco ordinances to better protect public health, particularly in our outdoor spaces.
On this Friday evening, we're giving you a live look from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. Kai Beach is standing by. He's got the details on that all-important weekend forecast. That's on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
Welcome back, everyone. Happy Friday evening. Hope everyone's ready for a wonderful weekend with some great weather. We're taking a live look at the Walter Clark Highway 111 cam in Rancho Mirage, sun setting on the river right there. You can see P.F. Chang's and the Cheesecake Factory in the shadows. As for the weather today, The high 95 degrees. Normally 104, so we are below average, not near that record high of 120 degrees. Those temperatures will rise as we head into the work week. Dew point relative humidity, pretty calm right now. That too is going to bump up by about Thursday and Friday coming up. Future wind potential today. We saw wind gusts up to nearly 30 miles an hour in Whitewater, Desert Hot Springs. Those do start to calm down as we head into the weekend. High temps today, Big Bear City, just a 2-hour drive away. We're looking at 66 degrees here on the valley floor. West End, Palm Desert, 97. Thousand Palms, 94. Up the hill, Joshua Tree, we're looking at low 80s. Tonight, up there in Yucca, 64 degrees. Here on the valley floor, 72. And Big Bear City, that's some temperatures I can support just above freezing, 35 degrees. Morning walk forecast. It's going to be nice. Go out there and enjoy it. Temperatures are going to start to bump up, so this weekend should be nice. 6 o'clock, we're looking at low 70s. 8 o'clock, high 70s. 10, we're looking at 86, and at noon, we're in those low 90s. For tomorrow, Palm Springs just under triple digits, the same in Lake Havasu City. You need some relief, head to the coast. You're going to look at mid 70s, waves 2 to 3 feet. For Thursday, that's when it's really going to start to change. Warm and humid. That's because we have a high pressure system near the Four Corners. 7-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. Saturday, 99 degrees. Then we're back into triple digits. Take a look at Friday. We could see some monsoonal moisture, perhaps thunderstorms and rain. Overnight lows, mid 70s to low 80s.
The NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk with Tim O'Brien. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Fourth week of action for Friday Night Lights here in the Valley. Our Tim O'Brien and Caitlin Kelly are covering it all tonight. We'll start with Tim, who's live in Indio. Tim, always a fun night when you get to find it on the sidelines for high school football.
Yeah, certainly is. The Indio Raja is hosting Western Christian, a team out of Upland. As you heard at the 5 o'clock hour, the tale of two teams. 0-3 Indio Rajas looking for their first win of the season, clearly first win at home. And then Western Christian, 3-0 on the season, have outscored their opponents nearly 3-1. So it'll be interesting to see. They've got a younger team, but from what I understand, talking to the video coach from Western Christian just a bit ago, the run game is what has kept them in every game and push them forward. In terms of the Rajas, who they're wearing all black tonight, Angel Zavala is a kicker, junior. I just watched him kick a 45-yard field goal. So if you're at home, I want you to look online on what 45 yards is if you're not entirely sure in the football world. That's hard to do at any level, whether it is collegiate or the professional level. So if the game can only be won off the leg of Angel Zavala, the Rajas would be okay. So hopefully Damian Dorinzi, the new quarterback this season, can push them over the edge. We've we've got Friday Night Lights all around the valley. Really just 3 home games. Rest of the crew on the road as they gear up with a tighter schedule before league play. But Xavier Prep is hosting Cathedral City tonight, and then Desert Hot Springs traveling to Indio here and taking on Shadow Hill. So we had quite a few non-league but in-valley games. We'll have all that tonight, of course, on NBCPalmSprings.com. But that'll do it in Indio. Let's send things over to our Caitlin Kelly, who is live tonight at Xavier Prep. Hey, Caitlin.
That's right. I'm here at Xavier Prep High School, and behind me you can see both teams warming up. Both teams, Xavier Prep Saints and Cathedral City High School. I'm now joined by Richard Lee, the head coach of Cathedral City High School. Coach, in a nutshell, how would you say your season's gone so far? What are some things you want to work on, and what are some successes that you've seen?
We've shown pretty much all season long that we run the ball. We can run the ball pretty well against pretty much everybody, which is a good thing. We get off the ball real well, and our offensive linemen are pretty strong. We've had the injury bug the last few weeks. We've got 6 or 7 guys that are out, and all 6 or 7 guys are starters. So that's a problem in and of itself. But we have to improve defensively and everything else like that and put more points on the board. We've been really we've gone through a drought offensively as far as scoring points. So that's something we've got to work on.
Kingston Pelham behind center for the Saints obviously has great court vision. What is the defense going to have to do to shut him down tonight?
When you have an athletic quarterback like that, he's a really, really good athlete, and everything else like that. He makes plays with his feet and with his arms. So you've really got to try to contain the guy, keep him in the pocket, and keep him from doing damage once he gets outside contain.
Any particular player that you're hoping will step up with that injury bug hitting you?
Yeah, we've got a couple guys. We got a couple guys filling in for some of our starters. We got one of our starters back just recently. He just got cleared yesterday, so that should help. And Trace Vargas, he's a difference maker, so we'll see what happens during the game.
All right, well, best of luck this evening, Coach. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. 7 o'clock, we have kickoff with Xavier Prep hosting Cathedral City High School. Cathedral City hoping to even up the series with 2-2. Only time will tell. Live at Xavier Prep, I'm Caitlin Kelly, sending it back to you in studio.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
The 77th Emmy Awards ceremony is set for this Sunday. The Apple TV Plus series Severance has the most nominations with 27. It's followed by HBO's The Penguin and another Apple TV series. It's called The Studio. The long list of actors up for awards includes Parker Posey, John Turturro, and Natasha Rothwell. But one actress could make history. Kathy Bates. She's already won 2 Emmys, but on Sunday she could become the oldest performer to win the Emmy for Best Actress in a Drama. She's nominated for her work, Matlock. We'll be right back.
Brighter Side of the News is brought to you by Fiesta Kia. Discover the all-new Fiesta Kia located in the I-10 Auto Mall.
Before we go, a sweet story here. Local firefighter David Serrano thought he was just pulling a long shift at Station 40 in Mecca last week until he woke up at 3 a.m. 23 missed calls from his wife Simone, who would soon give birth to their baby boy in the back of an ambulance. With the help of Beaumont firefighter paramedics, baby Dominic was born and then transported to a local hospital. He's doing well. Looks like he's already following in his dad's first responder footsteps there. Really sweet.
That is a pretty cool story. I live on Do Not Disturb, so I understand
You'd
those
miss
missed
that
calls.
one too. Yeah.
It happens. All right, that's going to do it for us tonight. I'm back here at 11, and Fred Brogan's next. He's got the latest with the